Hey, Shalom Watkins, Rakam Wakapashim, Jim is London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chakwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful that expression is truth and all sincerity. Back again with another video. I just want to get, touch on this topic, man. Um, about, here in the UK and in the US as well, because I heard the news, recently, US, same issues, right? That these prisons are getting too full, right? And now what they could be doing is, or what they will be doing, not could be, but it will be, right, is letting convicted criminals out on bail, I believe it's called, right? So they're allowed to walk free because there's just no space for them to to put them in the prisons, right? So you got articles here. Um, this one's a prisons plan could add 1,000 places in England and Wales amid overcrowding. So they're looking to add more places, man. But this thing is full, right? 2/3 of prisons are officially overcrowded in England and Wales. Um, just 557 prison spaces left as jail population hits new all-time high. Because shit's getting worse, man, and they're not dealing with these criminals or someone who are not even meant to be in jail. You know what I mean? But some of these criminals, they ain't dealing right. Some of these men shouldn't be taking up a place in a prison cell. Some men shouldn't even be there. Period. Because they're innocent or whatever. Esau just doesn't judge correctly, righteously. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Well, he does know what he's doing, but he's just making things chaotic, right? As what he does, right? Um, this is a review of Britain's most overcrowded prisons are as judges are told to spare convict rapists and see what else it says, right? 3 days ago, this one, right? And burglars. So let me read that again. Britain's most overcrowded prisons are as judges are told to spare convicted rapists and burglars jail because there is not enough room. Right, so you got some numbers there, right? So Britain's prisons are bursting at the seams, with some holding nearly double the number of inmates they were originally designed for. The annual average prison population has quadrupled since 1900 and 2023, going from just 17,400 to around 83,100 according to official data. What did they expect was going to happen? you know, the busiest prison in the country is Leeds, which is currently operating at 173% capacity. Mad. All right. So new guidance in response to overcrowding means sex offenders and burglars could be let out on bail rather than handed an immediate custodial sentence. All right. And again, it's the same thing in America, man. Their prisons is full too, right? And they're allowing people to walk free, you know. And this led me into something else because obviously it's something Elder Yashawamba said in one of his recent videos about sending these guys to war, right? Because they can't hold them in the prison cells. They need to reduce the population in the prison cells, man. When the World War III kicks in, when this major war starts kicking off, and these nations are losing heavy numbers, they're gonna call for a draft. Women included. You women think you're safe, that the men are gonna go fight off you, man. No, we're living in an equality world now. That's what you fought for, right? We live in an equality world, equal world now, man. You can come fight with us, man. Well, I ain't gonna be there. You can go fight with those idiots. Go fight for your country, right? So yeah, you're gonna be called up too, man. Right? Don't worry, the state will look after your children. Nanny state, right? Yeah, you can go fight with them, man. But yeah, these prisons, man. You might as well, they might as well make use of them, right? Makes sense, to bring down these numbers and if you make it out, man, you might become a war hero. And the conditions are, you don't go back to jail. You serve your time out there fighting for your country, you know, and your sentence is reduced or uh, made zero, for lack of a better word. All right, and that makes me think about this. We had the film, or film, comics, whatever, man. You got all that out, right? Or the Suicide Squad, right? And what were the Suicide Squad? The Suicide Squad were a bunch of villains, right? Convicted villains that they used to fight other villains, other bad guys, all right? Other soups in the thing, right? But this is essentially what these are. Man. These are villains or whatever, villains, criminals, um, that if offered the chance, would do whatever it took to get out of prison. Man, some have been there a long time. Some don't. Some don't want to. Some don't ever want to leave. But some of them have been a long time, man, and they would like to be out, right? So given the chance, if given the offer, a lot of these men would jump at the chance to try and do something about reducing their sentence or whatever, right? And I was just thinking, yeah, that all kind of makes sense, because what did the Suicide Squad have as well? I think they had explosive devices in their neck and that kind of stuff, right? So the MOTB, yeah, keep track of them, give them the MOTB, and send them out there with a gun or whatever, minimum equipment, right? And then see if they come back. Maybe they kill a few Iranians or Russians or whatever, man. That's what these guys are gonna do, right? This is what they're gonna do, man. Because there's no point keeping in these prisons because they just can't anyway. You know what I mean? And rather than having them let loose on the fucking streets, man, these fucking rapists and violent criminals, man, yeah, send their ass to war, man. I fuck it would, you know. But that it seems completely logical. It does seem completely logical, man. Let's see here. It says UK prisons full. Judges ordered to delay sentencing. Criminals may be released early. Right? And people don't want that. That's fucking madness. Sending some man out that just shouldn't be out, man. Convicted criminals could avoid jail from next week because prisons are full. Right? Judges told not to jail criminals as prisons full report. Right? Don't jail rapists and burglars. Our prisons are too full, judges told. Right? So that's the state, man. That's mad, right? But like I said, going off what Elder Yeshawamba was saying in one of his videos, man, they're gonna send these guys to war, man. And yeah, they might as well, right? They might as well, man. All right. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14 says, the second world is past, and behold, the third world cometh quickly. All right, World War III is on the horizon, man, and we can see it with these Israelis and these the Hamas and the Iranians and the Russians, all these players, right? They're all getting drawn into the Middle East, man. Because as prophecy speaks about, right? And also with that is it's coming with the MOTB, right? So like I said, it's all coming together, man. Right? But they're gonna need people to fight in this war, and they've got their armies and their numbers already there. But this war is gonna be so terrible, man. It's gonna be so terrible, right? They're gonna need more. They're gonna like World War One and Two, maybe both of them. I don't know, right? But they call for drafts and that, right? Man, we're going to prison if they weren't, going out to fight. Remember Muhammad Ali refusing to fight in Vietnam and all this kind of stuff, right? All these different wars, they call for drafts and stuff like that, and it's gonna happen again. They're gonna need a lot of people, man. They're gonna need a lot of people, man. You're fighting the Russians and the Chinese, man. This shit like that. They got a fucking billion-man army, some shit, right? There's a million-man army or whatever it is, right? So you're gonna need a lot of people to fight in this. And so, like I said, you women are now equal with men. So you're you can be called upon. Do your bit for your country. Do your bit for society, because most of you are doing shit anyway, right? You can go fight. And then you can come back and say you could do it like a man, innit? And deal with all that shit. So you can get called up. They're gonna increase the age. The more elderly you're gonna be able to go. The up limit of the age. I don't know how low you got and how young you can be to join the army. But maybe they'll lower it. Depending on what that number is. Because they're gonna need everybody, man. They're gonna return to the prisoners, like I said, like Yeshua was saying. Because they're gonna need as many bodies they can fucking get, man. And it just makes sense. These prisons are full, man. And a lot of these guys, like, because at least they say, oh, we didn't kill them. They went to fight for us and they died, didn't it? So, most of them not going to come back. But, maybe some of them will. And some of them maybe want to chance it. But they're going to make use of the bodies, man. It's Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Break up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Right? I should have started from 2, really. I'll grab 2 and I'll jump back to 9. Right, it says, I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, which is down there in the Middle East, right? And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, for whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong. Pardon me, right? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about, to call thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, right? And there's some beasts in prison, man. There's some beasts, man. Useful beasts in prison, man. You know, and they got a lot of animosity, man. So yeah, they'll probably, be quite effective on the battlefield to some degree. You know, they might take out a few, man. Innit? It's, as long as you like kill 1 for 1, you're doing all right, innit? 1 for 1. If you get 2 for 1, you're on the plus side. That's very useful. It says let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision, right? So the Lord's going to bring all these armies down there in the Middle East, man, to destroy each other, man. We used to call it the meat grinder of the Lord, man, because that's all that's going to happen, man. People are going to get mashed up down there, man. Death, bodies and blood everywhere, man. Right? It's going to be so much there. Right? And they're going to keep feeding it. Like I said, once the Nemo's sufficiently downed, right, they're gonna like I said, they're gonna be drafting people in, man. They're gonna be forcing you to fight. Right? And they're gonna just send more guys in there, less equipped than the last, right? And they're just gonna throw you in there, man. Go and kill some Russians. That's what they're gonna do. And you're just gonna get churned out, man. A lot of you ain't gonna come back, Lord. Likely none of you are coming back from there. All right. If you go down into Jehoshaphat, man, you ain't coming back at all. All right. So yeah, they're gonna feed these prisoners into that system, man, and have them, be useful in it. It's Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. Right. So let's focus on the bond bit. Concerning these prisoners, right, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So again, I remember there was an article talking about prisoners receiving RFID chips for like conditional bail or some shit like that, so they can go out there, because you used to the idea of having electronic tags. I don't know the pros and cons behind those tags, but obviously the RFID chip, man, it can be read anywhere once the infrastructure's there. Track you all across the world, right? You've got the AIs and all of that going on, all these smart, intelligent cameras and shit. So yeah, it's a higher level of technology in it. And if all they need to do is give them this the CHIP, and they can be tracked and monitored anywhere. So you go send them back to the Middle East, man. Fuck it, you ain't gonna lose them. Let's go send them out there, right? But like I said, if that's offered to a lot of prisons, they'll be thinking about it. Some probably ain't gonna want to go. Let's be real with it, because like that's fucked, isn't it? Going down there, go fight a war, that's messed up. But some of them would, seriously consider it, to bring down their term, or to get rid of their term or whatever, man. Some of them may not even have a choice. They get sent anyway. All right. So yeah, he calls it all. So all this includes them too. Includes them in the prison system. But what they're gonna do with them? The prisons are full, and people are getting arrested every damn fucking day. So what are they gonna do? Something has to happen. You can't have all these fucking criminals and animals out on the fucking street and shit. How the fuck does that make any sense? Because if you let them go, that you let them to walk around and they reoffend and do whatever, what are you gonna do with them? The reason why they're out in the first place is because you can't put them nowhere. Well, you're gonna arrest them and then what? Let them back out? It's just fucking stupid, right? So it don't make no sense, bro. You got to do something with it, man. But that's all to create part of the chaos that's gonna happen in this world, man. Because it's coming soon. You can see it. Everything's just everything is saying, look, man, it's close, right? Everything's close, man. Everything's about to fall apart. Things about to get real bad. The time of Jacob's trouble is here soon. right? It's here. It's coming. It's here. It's right now. You know, it's all being built up, and you ain't gonna want these types of guys out there, man, because they ain't gonna give a shit. They ain't gonna give a shit, man. And there all kinds of atrocities going on, man. All right. So yeah, you better just send them off the wall. You know. So yeah, you know, they had me thinking about that, and it's the same thing with the Suicide Squad, man. In you know, Harley Quinn and fucking uh Deathstroke, something like that. One of the, you know, you had Peacemaker, all them mans, right? Like they had, you know, these devices in their neck, right? And if they, you know, disobeyed or whatever, they could blow your fucking head off, man. You know, we know these cities can be fitted with, you know, the ability to kill, right? It's a way of control, right? So that's what CHIP's all about. Second Ezra chapter 13 and 8, and the only reason why I'm bringing this out is like I mentioned, some ain't gonna want to fight. Some are gonna go because, well, I ain't doing shit anyway. I want to get the fuck out of here. So, the verse 8 says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Right. So you know, this is when Yahushua turns up. You know, these militaries are gonna fight even though they're fucking afraid as hell, man, terrified. And the Lord's gonna put the spirit on them to fight. But you know, so I'm bringing this out, like, you know, yet durst fight. You know, some guys in the prison, they might not want to go out there, man, but you know, they're gonna go anyway. And most are gonna have it on them to, like, fuck it, give me it, send me out there. You know, because they're gonna be sent either way, man. The Most High wants them out there to be destroyed, so they're gonna be sent. Whoever the Lord wants to be sent out there is gonna be sent out there to be destroyed. You know. This is Isaiah 19 verse 2. So now I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom, right? So, you know, these people are going to get used. You know, the kingdoms are going to be fighting one another. I said the Russians are Edomites too, right? So the Lord don't like them either, but the Russians are being used to antagonize one, to, you know, to play this role, play this part in fighting with America and the beast, you know, NATO and EU, right? And Russia's got their own allies that are gonna, you know, fight with them in that conflict, right? But these are Edomites too, so it's Egyptian against Egyptian, Esau against Esau, like World War One and Two was, because he's the fucking, he's a propagator of war, right? So you're gonna fight one another, man. You're gonna go out there and be destroyed, man. Right? So the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, which is our Lord Yahushai, saith the Lord of hosts. And the water shall fell from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defence shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. Let's see if else in here. All right, so that's a good point. It's Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6 is, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child, right? So they're going to go over there, man, and realize it's a whole big fucking mistake. Every man that's going to be there is going to realize, man, this is a fucking mistake, man. This is madness. This is hell on earth, you know? It's going to be bad, right? So yeah, it's ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Man, it's going to be such a sickening event for these guys, man. It's going to be so traumatic, you know, to be there and, you know, be fighting in this war, right? So last for that day is great, so that none is like it. Okay, pursuing to Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. Okay, a time like no other, man. This time of trouble like no other. Things are about to get real bad at him, man. It says it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, right? Because there's hope for the elect of Israel. Right? That's why we're not afraid that these things are happening, man, because we hope to be of that elect. We hope to be saved of the Lord. It's the Lord that's bringing these things upon the earth, and if we have mercy with the Lord, then we can be protected. Right? So that's why we do what we do. That's why we go out here, you know, and teach. Right? We do our videos and that kind of stuff. We're out here trying to edify our people, man, trying to, you know, fish for the elect, right? So the Lord can have mercy upon us, turn from our wickedness, so that the Lord can have mercy upon us, man. All right, so that gives us hope. I'm going to close up with this, right? This is Jeremiah 51 verse 30. It said, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They remain in their holes, right? Because that's another issue they got going on right now as well. You got no one really wanting to go sign up for their armies, man. This new generation, they don't trust the government. They don't like the government. They don't trust the wars that they're fighting in, right? There's no ratings from them, man. So people are not signing up to fight, and they're obese, overweight. They're not really fit for combat anyway. Right? There was an article brought about that not too long ago. So they're gonna need to force people to come in, man. They're gonna have to draft people, man. And if they gotta look inside the prison cells for that, for that, because them man stay in shape. That's what they get to do is pump weights and shit, right? practicing their creativity and their shanking techniques, right? they man are keeping sharp, right? But yeah, they're gonna need to pull people from wherever they can, man, and it makes a lot of sense that they'll target the prison system. It just makes sense, innit? If you fucking donut eating fucking Americans and British or whatever, too fucking fat to do fuck all, then they might as well grab man from prison, innit? Because they're gonna need every man they can get. So you say man, woman, child, of relative age, they're gonna hunt for. They're gonna need you to fight in that conflict because it's gonna be the greatest war, the biggest threat that has ever been known to man. Fuck the Germans. That's gonna that whole World War Two one is gonna be fucking minor comparison to what the Russians and the Chinese and all this conflict is gonna bring about. This is gonna be fucking mental, right? So they're gonna drag everybody as many people as they can. So like I said, it just makes sense that these prison guys, they're gonna be offered the choice. Yeah, take the CHIP and go out to war and we'll cut your term down, or we will reduce it to zero or whatever, man. Some men are gonna go like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Fucking bored anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, let's say it just makes a lot of sense, innit? Right? But these regular people, man, they don't want to fight. Right? The mighty men of Babylon forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. They might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Right? So like I said, when you're there, when you get there now, you're thinking, oh, you're gonna defend America or whatever the fuck you're thinking. You're gonna realize, man, you're way in over your head, man, and you ain't gonna want to fight. It's gonna be fucking terrible, man. Okay, that's where you ain't gonna find no robbers in no fucking army. We'll go fucking. Well, Lord forbid any that type of thing happen. It may happen, right? Brothers might get put in prison for not serving and shit like that. Who knows, right? Who knows what's gonna happen to each of us individually. But we ain't going to no fucking fight no war for Esau, man. That's for damn sure, man. They can throw me in prison if they want it, bro. I ain't going to no warfare, man. That's a crazy. We got our own warfare going on, the spiritual one. So we got that to do. But with that, Lord, this has been edifying. I'm gonna end up close it there, right? So, okay, until next time, Shalom, man. Yeah, Shalom.